Do you have any more questions for your mom, Kris?
Yeah. Who's your favorite kid?
Do you notice he's trying to get you to say that on recording?
Oh, you all are. You all
Thank
are.
you. I am. Thank you. Thank you.
And now, coming to you from the K2 Studios in San Diego, California, it's the world-famous Kris and Christine Show.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? I am Kris.
And I'm Christine, and welcome to episode 15 of the Kris and Christine Show. Do-do-do-do.
Wow, episode 15. 15 is one of my lucky numbers. And by the way, from here on out, I'll probably say that about every episode.
Yeah, we're so excited to be back with you this week. We've had a fun-filled week. Episode 14 was fantastic, and thank you for all of our listeners that joined us again last week. We enjoyed seeing new countries come on board. Well, some countries that hadn't listened for a week or two joining us back. Thanks for coming back from vacation.
That's right.
But we're really excited that we had some new listeners in new areas of the country.
Oh, really? What you got?
Well, our top listener city was Salinas, California.
Ooh.
Shout out for Salinas.
Shout out.
I had to correct Kris because he was saying Salinas. And
Salinas.
It was Salinas.
Salinas.
I've actually been there. So
Oh, really?
Thank you, Salinas, for
Where is
listening.
it? Like on the map?
Central coast of California.
Oh, like by San Francisco?
A little bit south, like towards Watsonville area, closer to Monterey, California.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
It's in that area. And then some of our other listeners, they've been on board with us before, but we want to give them a shout out. Evansville, Indiana.
Ooh, shout out Evansville.
Shout out Indy. And Cape Coral, Florida.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have some friends that live there, and I don't know if it's them that's listening, but if so, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you guys for listening in all those cities and in every city.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the pictures of Cape Coral, Florida are spectacular.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to go
What
there.
is it like, the thing that you see in every picture of Cape Coral?
White sand beaches.
Oh, beach pictures. Like
Yeah, beautiful beaches.
Sunsets or
Yeah,
sunrises.
sunsets
actually.
and just really clean looking beaches. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's definitely a place that I want to go visit.
Fantastic. You know what I'm saying?
So thanks for listening to us, our friends in Indy and Florida. We really appreciate you. And our friends in Perth, Australia.
Ooh. Birth in Perth, Australia. Good
Yeah.
day.
So we are getting so close to hitting a big milestone with our listenership, with our podcast. So please keep listening, following, subscribing, and sharing. I'm pretty sure by this time next week, we're going to hit that surprise mark. And I can't wait to celebrate with you.
Surprise Mark.
Yeah, super excited. So, Kris, what's been happening with you this week? We had Thanksgiving.
This week was Thanksgiving week, Black Friday at the malls, shopping weekend. I try to avoid the malls this time of year or this weekend because they are super busy. And you just drive by any mall and the line to get in the mall, just to get into the parking lot, is like down the freeway.
Yeah, I used to be a huge Black Friday shopper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was your store of choice? Like, if you get, which one?
There wasn't a store. What are you talking about, amateur?
What? I thought you had to hunt down and find the one store and you just park your butt in front of that when they open up.
No, that's an amateur move.
Oh,
yes,
I don't know.
You start with one. You know exactly what you're going to get. You do it quick, check out, move on to the next one. I would typically on a strong night get between 8 and 10 stores in on a Black Friday night.
No way.
Yeah, I would go from
On a night or in the morning?
7 p.m. to 7 a.m. I would shop for 12 hours straight.
No way.
Yeah.
What'd you get? Any good stuff?
Oh my gosh. When I had an SUV, I would pack that thing. I would pack blankets in the back of it so I could cover up my haul. So I
your
could
haul.
go into a
Like
store.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, I would, but I'd get everything done in one night, and I'd go home. I'd sleep for a few hours. I'd wake up, and then I would wrap presents for the next 2 days.
I can imagine. Now, before you went on your Black Friday scavenging hunt, did you have to do like this special training, like an opening montage, like Rocky or something? Like Eye of the Tiger pumping up, and you're like running up and down the steps and like shadow boxing.
Well,
ready to go in
kind of, but you pick specific shoes and clothes. You don't drink a lot of liquids before you go because you don't want to have to like leave line to pee because stores aren't open. So where would you go?
Well.
Then you pack hot chocolate, gloves for your hands because it's cold. I was in Central California when I did this.
Oh, okay.
You'd have a water bottle with you, a little one, not a big one, because you just want a little bit of water to get you along. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I would start out, typically my number one place to start was actually Kohl's.
Kohl's, huh?
Yeah. Kohl's would have like the best shopping deals. And I would get all this Kohl's cash where I could go back and shop for free a couple more times, depending on how much you spend. But I would scour the ads during Thanksgiving Day, and I'd make my strategy, and I would go to a specific area of town where all the stores were right around each other, so I wouldn't have to drive.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting.
And then I'd hit Walmart right around 3 a.m.
Wow.
You know why?
I give up. Why?
Because nobody was there anymore.
Were they even open?
Yep. And all the crazy shoppers had gone through and got everything. And I never was going for like the super big deal, like whatever that one thing
That
is.
big TV for like $100?
Right. Never stuff like that. But I would go at like 3 a.m., walk right in, grab whatever I wanted, walk right out.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Of course,
now,
paying,
you
though.
said, what?
I said I would pay before I walked out.
Of course, you're not a thief. But you said now you don't actually do that. Now, why is that?
No, I have a different approach to Christmas now. Before, it was a really materialistic approach. And now I really try to think about what it is, like what one or two things that person that I really care for would like or appreciate. And it isn't normally those like flashy items. So a lot of times I'll make like a handmade gift, something that I can like crochet or sew or make.
Right.
And then something store-bought, something heartfelt, but, that's my approach now. And most of it I can get from online shopping.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's it too. I wonder if Black Friday is still the same as it was, in years past. Now they have the online shopping deals.
Yeah.
And everybody shops on Amazon. And I mean, I do a lot.
You're a Cyber Monday shopper, right?
Yeah, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, mark my calendar. I'm like, if I do, I don't. Whatever,
Yeah. Kris and I have been talking about what to do in terms of shopping for the boys, and we've kind of gone back and forth on what we're getting. It's going to be a great Christmas. We're really appreciative to be able to provide for the boys, but Christmas is so much more than that.
Right. I think it's there's so much stuff, and we get them stuff all year long, like little trinkets here and there throughout the year. So.
Yeah.
And birthdays and everything else too. And this kind of my son Jacob, his birthday is in January, which comes right after Christmas. So it's kind of like it's like right there, right, in this whole mix of things. So.
Well, it's actually really funny because my son Ezekiel's birthday is the day before Jacob. So it's like we have Christmas, then we have Zeke's birthday. The very next day we have Jacob's birthday.
My goodness. And then you have Valentine's right day after that.
A day after that, you're 3.5 weeks. You're silly.
Oh, that's what I meant to say.
Anyways, well, we think that Christmas is about so much more, really focusing on family and quality time. And tonight, we're really excited to spend some quality time with some of the special people in our lives. So stay tuned because we're going to be talking with a couple of them right after this. The Kris and Christine Show is now on Instagram at The K2 Show San Diego. Check out our latest pictures, videos, show teasers, and life updates on Instagram at The K2 Show San Diego. And now it's time for Hot Topics. Do.
Fantastic. What's happening? What you got today, baby?
Well, today we have a fun surprise for everyone. We have a guest in the studio.
Our first official actual studio guest.
Well, technically, I mean, we had our boys. They did episode 3 with us. But today we have Kris's mom, the world famous Sandy.
Yeah, say hello, Mom.
Welcome to the studio, Sandy.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Enjoying the K2 studios?
Yes.
Did you get the tour?
The studio tour. Well, we're really excited to have Sandy on the show with us. We have been celebrating her birthday, so if you hear little voices in the background, it's because the party is still lingering a little bit.
Kids.
So we had Sandy over to the studios, and we did make her a little dinner. How was your dinner tonight, Sandy?
It was fantastic. It was awesome.
And your
Thanks
birthday
so
cake,
much.
too?
Oh, the cake, everything. Christine is, she's just amazing.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Absolutely.
Everybody,
Yeah.
I paid her to say that.
Oh, I know. That's great. So tonight, being that it is my mom's birthday party, we invited her back up here into the studio, and we are going to talk with her a few things about being that it is her birthday and all that fun stuff. Christine, you got some stuff?
I do. Now, we're only going to say this once because we don't want to overplay it, but it's Sandy's magical 70th birthday, and we feel like she has such great wisdom for us, and we want to learn from her tonight. So
That's right.
We're going to pick your brain, Sandy.
All right.
All right, so Kris and I have been doing research on the year that you were born. And first of all, why don't you tell us where you were born?
I was born in a small town outside St. Louis, Missouri. Actually, it was in Illinois, but it was like maybe 30 miles from St. Louis.
Awesome.
St. Louis?
Redbud, Illinois.
Illinois, huh?
And what did your mom and dad do for a living when you were growing up?
When we were growing up, well, my dad was worked for Anheuser-Busch, and my mom sold real estate occasionally.
Was that Anheuser-Busch, the Budweiser?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Did he get, was he on the sampling line?
Well, they got to bring free beer home every day, or every week. I'm sorry.
There's a job for you gentlemen. Go to work
Wow.
for Anheuser-Busch, bring home some
I don't
booze.
think they let them do that anymore. Bring home free samples or whatever.
Yeah.
I heard you could drink on the job while you're there. Is that true, Mom?
I don't remember that, but I don't know. That was quite a few years ago.
Okay.
So you grew up in Illinois then,
No.
or St. Louis?
St. Louis, and I moved to California when I was 6.
Oh, awesome. And you have siblings, yes?
One sister.
And it's her birthday today.
Yes, it's her birthday today.
You guys are both born on the same, not twins, by the way, but you guys are both born in the same week.
Well, a day apart.
2 days apart.
One
Plus
day,
2
one
years.
Day,
One day apart.
Plus 2 years.
Right.
It wasn't like twins.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Well, we have some fun facts about the year 1949. And the first thing that we wanted to talk with you about is Kris and I looked up what the average family income was in 1949. It was
Want to take a guess?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, you want to cut her?
Nope,
I
go
cut
ahead.
you off. Do you want to take a guess, Mom, what the average household income?
Yeah, for the year.
1949.
She was just starting to say it, about 3,000.
Yeah, $3,100, which in today's dollars is about $32,000 a year.
Still seems kind of low, I think, for an average for a household, but I don't know. What do you think, Mom?
Oh, well, things were different back then. Gosh.
I know they were, but
You know.
32,000 today's dollars.
Well, what was it? If they were different, what was different about it back then than it is now?
Well, obviously, cost of living, inflation. A house was what, 2,000 or 3,000.
A house for $2,000-$3,000.
Oh yeah,
Seriously?
yes.
Like this house for $2,000-$3,000.
If you look at inflation, that would make it right around like $20,000 to $30,000 home in today's dollars. in San Diego, the average house is going for between $400,000 and $500,000.
I thought it was more than that. I thought it was like closer to 6.
I don't know, but still, compared to 20 or 30,000 of today's dollars, that's a big difference.
Right.
But your mom worked in real estate, so your mom worked outside of the home even in 1949.
No. This was when we went to California. We moved to San Fernando Valley when I was 6.
Oh, awesome.
So she didn't work much, just a little bit in real estate, and stayed home. She was a stay-at-home mom, basically.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool.
So a couple other facts that I found interesting was gasoline was only 22 cents a gallon.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
22 cents a gallon. What kind of cars did you guys have in 1949 or your
Gosh,
early
I don't
childhood?
remember. I was just a baby then.
You mean you weren't like born and you remember every single thing from birth?
Nope.
So you know what kind of car did Grandpa drive? Like what was like the family car back then? You remember? Like when you were real little.
We had a Chevy Impala.
Impala.
Ooh,
Okay.
those are hot cars.
Oh yeah, a friend at work has one. His is all souped up or whatever. Yeah.
Awesome. So some other fun facts from the year 1949. We actually decided to pull up other famous people that were born the year that you were. So it is a fantastic year, by the way. In 1949, others that were born were Meryl Streep, Sigourney Weaver, Bruce Springsteen, Lionel Richie, Richard Gere, and Billy Joel.
Wow. Those were all born in 1949, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Are
joined the
those
club.
people you're familiar with?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you all born in the same year, so that's pretty awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so some other things that we found out that were interesting is that in 1949, it was the first time that Polaroid cameras were introduced.
And how much were they, by the way?
They were $98
For the camera?
For the camera, which in today's dollars is $980.
Can you imagine spending that much money on a camera today? Even today, I mean, you can. Those digital ones are not cheap.
Yeah, I remember having a Polaroid camera when I was little. My friends' parents had one, and I used to stick it, like after I'd go swimming, against my cold skin to try and make it develop faster.
Does it do that?
I heard that it did. I don't know.
We'll take it underwater with you.
Yeah. Okay, some other interesting facts around that year is that Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1949 was Winston Churchill.
Oh, really?
Wow.
You know who that is? If you're familiar with that guy?
Of course.
The other interesting thing is 1949 is the year that the National Basketball League, or NBA, was founded.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
So it's 70 years old.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, NBA.
All right, what else you got?
Let's see. I've got a couple of other things here.
She drops the paper over the
I
floor.
know. World Series champions were the New York Yankees.
Oh, duh. I could have told you that. I didn't even know that.
And bacon went for 49 cents.
Ooh. What's it go for now? Like a package or each?
$4.79.
For a package, though, right?
Yeah. So if we look at like inflation, it was 49 cents back in 1949, which would be $4.90 in today's dollar. And I can get it for like $4.80. So that seems pretty accurate. It hasn't blown up that much.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's one way to look at it, But gas price, what is it, 26 cents a gallon or something?
Yeah,
like
which would be $2.60 in today's dollars.
Yeah, but it's usually around what, $3.70 or $3.50.
$3.80,
Yeah, it depends
yeah.
where you go. All depends. So
Yeah. So we have a couple questions for you, Sandy.
Okay.
Our first question that we would love to know from you, since we are celebrating your birthday, is what is your favorite birthday memory?
Ooh.
Probably tonight. I don't know. I don't know.
What is it that you loved about tonight?
Oh, because you're so special. They did something special for me like this. That's really something, That I can't think of, maybe my 21st birthday, we went out to eat and I got ordered a drink, you know.
What was your drink? Your 21st
Oh,
birthday?
gosh. Back then, they don't have the drinks like now. You know, you're talking about 50 years ago.
What did they have, like a
think
wine or something?
No, I don't even know what I had. I think I had a bourbon and 7 or something. Yeah,
She's going for the hard liquor.
I can't remember. That was a while ago. But
Okay.
Well, we love to talk with Sandy, and she is some of the inspiration for our conversations around gambling because she's excellent at gambling. So
I know.
Sandy,
She got me hooked
Yeah.
at gambling, you know. I was born in a casino.
So Sandy, what's your game? When you go to the casino, what is your favorite thing that you go towards?
certain penny slots, the ones that have.
Is there any new slot machines you're like to play?
Well, they have a bunch of new ones. Let me see.
Like theme ones, like
I
ones.
like Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
I played that one when we were at the Rio, and I won like $60 on it.
Ooh.
So Cleopatra's lucky.
And they have this like Wolf Run one. You play that?
Oh yeah, Wolf Run. I like that. Each casino has different machines, so I kind of get used to the ones there, and then I go to another casino and they don't have them, so I got to play something different. But they have this River Dragons. I won some money on that last time. That was fun.
Oh, really? River Dragons.
Yeah.
They still do a lot of the theme stuff, like the Hangover movie and like the I Love Lucy.
I haven't seen Hangover in a while. But I'm sure they are somewhere. But the casinos I go to, I haven't seen. But I used to like that. And Sex in the City, I used to love that one.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune was a big one. Remember that one?
Used to play that. So they change all the time. So I've got to find something else to play.
What is your biggest payout jackpot on a machine?
$3,000.
$3,000.
High roller.
Long time ago.
Well, if it wasn't really a long time ago, $3,000 in inflation would be like $10,000
No,
today.
it wasn't that long ago. It's about 15 years ago, I guess.
Wow. That's big
Wow.
money.
I know, high rolling.
I need to
3,000.
like follow you around the casinos.
That was on a nickel machine. It wasn't a penny machine.
Oh yeah, now they have pennies now. Now $3,000. Do you have to make you fill out a form, like fill out the tax thing?
No, you can just claim it at the end of the year. Or I have to claim it. They give me a statement. Yes, and I have to turn it in, but you don't really have. You can figure it out at the end of the year. And I usually have more losses than I do wins, so I just call it as a loss. So
Oh really? You can do that? Oh okay, but you
don't
keep
have to
track
pay
of it all. You got to keep
anything.
track of all
Yeah.
your stuff. Okay.
Awesome. Well, we just have a couple more questions for you. We know that this February you're coming up on your 50th wedding anniversary too. And we wanted to know from you, what is your advice to us as we're getting ready to get married? What makes for a lasting relationship?
Yeah.
A lot of compromise.
Yes.
lot.
Yeah, I compromise every day.
Oh, that's awesome. Any other words of advice for us?
No, just to love each other and think about others' feelings. Definitely think about the other person's feelings.
Yeah, that's good
Aw.
advice.
Yeah, I was
Kris,
thinking
are
my
you
feelings
listening?
all the time. Yeah, of course I'm listening. I got my headphones on, don't I?
Do you have any more questions for your mom, Kris?
Yeah. Who's your favorite kid?
Do you notice he's trying to get you to say that on recording?
Oh, you all are. You all
Thank
are.
you. I am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who's the best of your kids? Let's put it that way. Different.
I'm not answering that because somebody's going to be listening to this. I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, whatever. She can't hear nothing. She'll be on next though. So.
So, just one more question. What is one of your favorite childhood memories that you have from growing up?
Gosh, I'm trying to think. I don't know. We used to go and visit. My mom's family is from the Midwest, so she had all her brothers that would, they live in Iowa and Minnesota, and we go back, about every couple of years and go to reunions and picnics and stuff. And my dad flew us in his airplane, over there. So I always enjoyed
Well,
that.
that's right. Grandpa used to fly airplanes, right?
He had an airplane. I always enjoyed seeing my cousins because I don't see them anymore now at all. But that was always fun. My aunts and
okay.
uncles and everything. back
How
in
far away
Minnesota.
was that?
Minnesota? I don't know how far is Minnesota or Iowa.
From here or from?
From, San Fernando Valley. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You'd fly all that way? Oh, that's pretty
We
awesome.
took a couple days to get there. We get motel rooms and
You fly and land and get a room and then fly.
Right.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty progressive. Like, even in the 60s and 70s, to just fly, your dad flew you in his own plane?
That would have been in the 60s.
Probably in the 50s, 60s?
Late 50s
Yeah.
and 60s, yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty amazing childhood to grow up being able to go and fly to see your family, even if it wasn't frequently.
And we did fly to Alaska one year too.
Wow.
Yeah. So that
Now,
was-
when you flew to Alaska, is that nonstop or do you stop?
Oh no, of course we had to stop. And the weather was bad, so we had to get holed up in this ranch in British Columbia. So we had to wait till the weather cleared. But I remember that. That was fun.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
You
I had
did.
no
How
idea.
many miles can those little Cessnas fly?
Oh, I don't know how many miles they fly, but we did. I don't know how many miles we did. We'd stop it and then get a motel room, and then we'd start the next day. Yeah, it took a couple days to go over there.
Wow.
So, yeah,
That's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Well, Sandy, thank you so much for joining us in the studio. And from Kris and I know that I speak for both of us in saying that we appreciate you so much and all that you do for this family. And you are the glue. So thanks for helping us all stick together.
That is so true.
Well, thank you so much.
You're most welcome here to come on the podcast anytime you want.
Words of wisdom from Sandy. And we have some more fun coming up right after this.
The Kris and Christine Show is available everywhere on Google Play with Google Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and iHeartRadio.
And we are back with our second interview in the studio. Joining us today, we have Kris's younger sister, the one, the only, the amazing Jana.
Hey, Jana.
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing? You look absolutely lovely today.
Well, thank you. You do too.
I know.
Well, Jana is joining us, and she's here for the family birthday celebration, but she has some really unique life experiences that she's been wanting to share with you all out in
Hey, before we get into
podcast
that,
world.
I'm going to say, hey, Jana, you actually work at a casino, right? You're the casino manager now, right?
Really? Really? You're going to put that out there?
Aren't you like the CEO or the manager, president, right?
Presidents of cigarette sales. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, health nuts, do not pretend you didn't hear that.
Do not email us.
Yes. Okay, so you work at the casino. How long you been doing that, Jana?
Like 17 years, like 2003, maybe.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Not long after high school, right? You graduated around 99?
Yeah. I put that out there too. Yeah. 99.
That's all right. We're the same age.
I had the 20-year anniversary, I think like July.
The 20-year anniversry.
Like 20-year reunion, high school reunion.
Anniversary, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, when you be in the casino that long, have you seen people just come and go? Like, is there like a super high turnover rate at the casino?
I think it depends on what position, but I mean, I love my job, so I make good money, so.
Yeah, you can't complain against that, I guess. But do you see people just like come in and like all hot shots, and next thing you know, they're like, I quit, I'm out of here.
Not where I work, no.
Oh, really? I figured you
Everybody's
would.
pretty happy there, so.
Oh, wow. Well, that's good.
Awesome. Well, Jana doesn't live far from the K2 studios, so we're so grateful she could join us tonight. So, Jana, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Married, I have 3 kids, live in El Cajon, there you guys. I have 2 girls, 1 boy, and my son has cerebral palsy. I don't know what else.
So how old is Brayden, your son?
He's 10.
And cerebral palsy, he was born with it, correct?
Well, they didn't diagnose him until he was like maybe 2. But he was just really delayed. Didn't sit up until he was like a year. Didn't crawl until he was like 6.
Okay.
But actually, he just started crawling when he was 6. I was really proud of him for that because all he would do is just sit and let's see. I mean, he doesn't feed himself, but he has a talker and he communicates with the talker.
It's like an iPad or something.
It's an iPad, and so he can say like, "Please get me out of my chair. I'm hurt. I'm hungry. I don't want to do this anymore." Like it says random things like "Happy birthday."
Grandma is one that he uses a lot.
Yes, he uses a lot. Grandma's his favorite person.
Oh, wow. Not you? You're not his favorite?
No.
Oh.
Like when he goes to church and then when my mom and dad drop him off, he just starts crying. So, and then he keeps on pushing grandpa home. So like he wants to go to grandma and grandpa's house.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. So he's working on that. So he's actually doing pretty good. How's he doing overall with that kind of stuff?
I think he's doing pretty good. He has a walker. He goes to therapy once a week. He goes to speech therapy. He was actually just in a play at school.
Seriously?
What did he do?
Seriously, he was a pirate.
A pirate?
Yeah, he was so cute. He was so happy just to like be on stage with everybody else. He was just smiling and clapping.
You get
and,
pictures
like,
of that?
Yeah, I have a little video.
Oh,
My
awesome.
husband, yeah, Eddie recorded the whole thing.
Oh, did you have to work that day? Did you miss it?
It was in during school hours.
Oh, yeah.
So I worked, but I mean, I didn't have to work till like 5, so it was okay.
Okay. Cool.
But,
Awesome.
Yeah, he had little songs and stuff, and
Did he get play along to sing?
I mean, he just like clapped his hands and stuff, and he was just watching them and just smiling the whole time.
Oh.
But yeah, he was very, very happy to just be part of it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I like that they actually include him because he's in 5th grade. So they included all the 5th graders' special needs in the play. So
Okay. So all the other special needs kids that he's with, are they all kind of the same cerebral palsy, or are they all different things?
No, they have like autism, cerebral palsy. Those are like the main 2. Some Down syndromes. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty awesome the way I see that you and your husband work to make sure that Brayden has the best care. He's well cared for. He's a super happy kid every time I see him.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. I feel kind of bad that he can't participate with all the other kids. They're driving, running around crazy, with like tonight, they're all running downstairs with lightsabers and like beating each other up. And Brayden can't really get a chance to do that. But he does like to watch them play, watch the other kids play.
He's an observer. Like he likes to like observe the world around him, and he's happy when kids and everybody else is happy. So he just
Right. And he loves music. That's one thing. He loves being around music.
He loves music. Loves it.
Like live bands and music. How does he do with like regular just music playing? Is he okay with that?
Yeah, he watches The Voice, America's Got Talent. He watches like Voice UK and Britain's Got Talent. He watches the Tonight Show.
What?
Jimmy Fallon, Ellen.
No way.
What else? I'm trying to think, but those are like his top shows that he watches on YouTube, and he'll just like rewind, fast forward, keep on rewinding, and he'll just sit on the bed and just laugh at the whole show and just he loves
That's so
it.
fun. I love that.
No way. You ever tried to get him to play like piano or any kind of music, something simple?
I mean, he does. He just uses his thumb.
Okay.
So like I give him a microphone and he'll just put the whole thing in his mouth and just be like, oh,
chew on it or something?
Yeah, chew on it pretty much. But he loves hearing his like voice because he doesn't have
So he would
one.
love this, you think?
Yeah, he probably would just like clap and cheer us on, just laughing the whole
So awesome.
time.
That's great.
Well, one thing I find super interesting about you, Jana, is you said you've had 3 kids, but you've been pregnant more than 3 times, right?
Yeah, I've been pregnant 5.
5 times.
Well, actually, technically 6. I had 1 miscarriage, but 5 times, 2 surrogacies, and then 3 of my own kids.
So surrogacies, that's something that we don't hear super often. Like, what made you decide to become a surrogate?
Well, I mean, I don't have issues like other people, you know, when they're pregnant. I actually enjoy it.
What? Get out of here.
Yeah, like no swollen feet, no morning sickness. Everything is just like sunshine and rainbows besides,
Really?
you know, the gain of 40 pounds. But, yeah, and then the money too. So that's
a
good
big
one.
plus. How much money can you make on a surrogacy? Average. Not you particular, but just like average.
Well, it varies through years, but the first year I did it, the starting base was like 25, 30.
1,000?
Yeah.
Plus medical, right?
Well, everything's like added on to what you get each month. So it was that plus an allowance of like $300, $400 a month. So that amount cut into 10 months or 9 months.
Huh.
But it was a good experience. You know, I mean, I got to help the family and then, you know, got a little side hustle.
There you go.
Now, did the families have any concerns about the fact that you work in a casino around smoke? Like, was that something that you had to disclose?
Yeah, actually, I told them that I didn't tell them my job, but I told them that I work in a casino and I am on the casino floor and there is cigarette smoke, but I will try to like avoid it.
How can you avoid it?
Just taking like a section that's closer to the non-smoking section, which would just be like tables, basically.
Okay. Did you actually do that or take whatever?
I took whatever. but I would just like hold my breath a lot.
Oh, of course. Until you pass out and the baby's dead. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, Kris.
No, but now you say you sell cigarettes, right? Mm-hmm. What does a pack of cigarettes cost in the casino?
Well, actually, they're not as expensive as they are out there, but they're
Like
$10.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, they're like maybe $2 more. They're $10
At the casino, they're $10.
at the one. Yeah. Mhm.
How much are they at like 7-Eleven?
I mean, I don't really like go buying cigarettes, but they're probably like 8, maybe 7.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, I heard at other casinos they're charged like $15.
Oh, wow.
So I mean,
Really?
yeah.
Do people buy like multiple packs from you or just one pack at a
Yeah.
time?
Cartons.
They buy a carton from you?
Yeah.
You buy
So-
Well,
crazy.
like sometimes they buy them cash and sometimes they get them comped, but cash, yeah, it's $100.
You can get comped cigarettes?
Yes.
That's weird because you guys can't comp alcohol in California.
Yeah, I know. Well, cigarettes is different. I mean,
I thought it was all the same. I thought
you can't
tobacco.
you can't like drive like high off of smoking cigarettes and get a DUI where
that's
alcohol
true.
you can get a DUI and kill someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's interesting. I didn't think of it that way. Okay.
Oh.
Well, I have some questions for the two of you. People, you're not here, but I am here with these 2 siblings who I rarely get together. And I would like to know a couple of things. All right.
For me too?
Yes, this is
Oh.
between the 2 of you.
Ooh,
This is an
okay.
interview, the Kris and Jana sibling rivalry. Okay. So, who growing up was the most stubborn?
Oh, Kris.
What?
For sure. There was a couple times where we went camping and my dad told Kris, don't touch it, it's hot 3 times. And yet he touched it and then it was screaming bloody murder. It was hot.
Well, I know what he was talking about. Like he's pointing out the sky or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the sky is hot. Please.
I'm like, well, whatever. Anyways, ow, it's hot.
All right, next question. Who was the sneakiest between the two of you?
I don't know.
I think I was pretty sneaky. I used to scare them a lot. Like when they would come home, I'd be hiding in the bushes and I would
I
jump
thought
out
that's where you
them.
lived at. I thought he made your new house. Your new home.
Okay, wait. Me and Vance, our next door neighbor, would sneak out. Like we would make a code. We have walkie-talkies, and I would sneak out. And we had this fort by his house. There's like a fence that separated us, and like there was this little I don't know, like bushes, and we would put like a blanket and some snacks, and we would thought we were so cool sneaking out at like 11 o'clock at night. You didn't know about that, did you?
No, 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Sneak out. How old are you guys? Like
8. Like
8 years old.
Sneaking out of the house at 11 at night.
Yeah, we would sneak out, and we thought we were so cool. Like we would wait up until like we'd get the bat signal
The bat signal.
with the flashlight, and my friend we would just go out there
And just sit under the stars and eat your snacks?
No, I don't know. We would pretend like we were like spies or something. I don't know. Just whatever we wanted to think up, like because me and Vance used to go to the liquor store. No, wait, the meat market that was right, like really close to our house. And we would buy.
It was like a liquor store, by the way. It was not like it's called the meat market.
It's called the meat market.
I don't think
yeah.
it sold meat, but they had like candy and junk.
Candy. Like old Crunch bars for like 50 cents. Okay,
Yeah.
so like really.
Well, Jana,
cheap,
we know you're old. You don't have to like date it.
Okay, so me and him would buy a bunch, and we would go to houses and selling them for like $1.
What?
And
Hustler.
yeah, I know, right? At an early age. And so we would ride our bikes, and then we would Vance would come up with like a lie to get the people to buy candy from us. He would say that
I'm doing this for charity or something.
Yeah, it was like, they stole all of our money from like the treasure fund at the school. And
for PE equipment.
Yeah, PE equipment or whatever. And we're just here to sell candy bars to raise money, for
You were
socks
sneaky.
or something. I don't know. But
Good times.
yeah, it was fun.
Good times. Well,
That's so funny. Oh my gosh, so sneaky. All right, Jana, I'm going to put you on the spot. What's your favorite memory of your brother from growing up?
I mean, okay, I know. So
the time I broke your tooth.
Oh yeah. Oh, did I tell you about that? No. That's a good one. So I'm really good at getting out of like situations or
You mean like being tied up?
being tied up. So
What kind of family? Oh my gosh.
so
he tied her up.
I told Danny and Kris, I said, even Eddie, because my husband that I'm married to now was best friends with Kris growing up. So he was part of it.
Okay.
I told them to tie me up in a rope, and
See?
I want to see
Was
if
my
I could
fault.
get out of it. And I did, like every single time, but one time they did it really, really tight. So I was like hopping, and then I tripped over a hose.
A garden hose on the sidewalk.
And then I went face first, and I chipped my tooth.
Like broke it right off.
Right, came right off. So like at school, I had like half a tooth, half the front tooth, until I got that fixed. Which
Hillbilly
probably-
Jana.
So that, and then I remember there was like a storm, and
A storm? Like the ones we just had?
no, remember when we had those big trees, and there was a storm, and it put like a branch down, and we were just walking across like a plank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember like Kris, I'm like, Kris, just go ahead. Like, it's fine. I'll go I'll go after you. Well, he went and got like a side wedged into his leg.
Oh yeah, I have the scar
And he
still.
was like limping and screaming his head off. And I'm happy that he went before me. So
He took one for the team.
yeah, I was really, really happy for that. And
I remember the time the rope broke. I was swinging on that rope in the backyard, and like I swing it, and like then it fell.
no, but remember we had those rope swings that we got the pulleys from Vance, and then we would like I made these little chairs, and we like attached it, and then we would just swing down like a ride.
Oh, like Batman or something.
Yeah. But remember we had those? We had two different ones.
We had pipes too. We put pipes over the rope. We had the rope. We'd like attach from a tree and attach it down something really far away at the other end, maybe another tree, and then we'd have like the rope in the middle. Like means have the little piece of PVC pipe, and we swing on it until the thing would get caught or burn a hole, and it gets stuck because it would wedge itself into the rope.
Oh, my
Oh, you know what? I also have to say that of all the siblings, Kris is the like least or most what's it called?
Awesome. That's what it is.
Not coordinated at all.
What are you talking about?
Clumsy.
Clumsy, yes, because growing up, I swear he broke his toe like 10 times.
He still does, Jana. Like
No.
every week, he breaks his toe.
And like
What
it's
are you
like it's
talking about?
broken. It's like 5 in the morning for him to go to the bathroom, and he stubs his toe, and he wakes up the whole family saying, "It's broken! Take me to the hospital!" Like,
Oh no, that's not. That's fake news.
That still happens to this day.
no, but we went ice skating. Well, me and him used to live together, and
Oh, you guys were roommates, by the way.
yeah, we were roommates, by the way. That was a fun year. But he had to hold on to the railing, or like a 10-year-old or whoever was there, or me, because he kept on falling. That's how coordinated he is. Like, never roller skated.
I know.
Never rollerbladed.
Skateboard,
Like,
man.
me and Danny were always like rollerblading, roller skating, ice skating. We always did all that stuff, but no.
Well, thanks for sharing those memories. As you all can tell, Kris and Jana have a great relationship. They have lots of great memories. And I think what it reminds me, and it should remind all of us as parents to do, is to let our kids get outside, even if they end up running into a stake or chipping a tooth or all of those other things. They have all these life memories of childhood that they've grown up with that goes beyond just playing video games.
That's right. And also put the devices down, like she said, all the tablets and stuff. Get outside, get some sunshine.
Yeah, get the kids outside.
Fantastic. Well, Jana, thank you so much for coming in here in the K2 studios. Hey, did our assistant give you the tour of the studios?
Oh yeah, it's a awesome studio. I like the car pictures.
Oh, I know.
It's
Like
nice.
that? Yeah, it's got every Z, all the Z's. Your Z used to have, by the way, Jana used to have a Z too.
Oh yeah, it's a red one right there.
That's right. It's your Z. Remember the old Z you used to have until you crashed
And
it?
had, you know what the license plate was?
What?
Z Stylings. That's like when
Is
I
that what it
bought
said?
it. That's what it said. It said Z Styling.
Oh, I wish I had that plate. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool. Yeah,
I
see all
mean,
those
and
Z's.
then I got a new one, and it said like for Eve, and I'm like, okay, car's
wait,
name is
wait.
Eve now.
For Eve.
Said for
Like-
Eve.
And maybe it's
Summer's Eve?
forever.
Maybe it was forever. I don't know, but it only had AEEVE. I don't know.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, well, this is the studio, and make sure our assistant gives you a nice tour of the studio on your way out. So,
Thanks so much for joining us, Jana.
Thank you.
all right, till next time.
All right, Kris, and now it's time for Would You Rather?
Ooh, would you rather? What you got today, baby?
All right, well, in the spirit of talking about all things past, present, and future with bringing your mom and your sister on the show, this is the spirit of the nature of this week's Would You Rather.
Okay.
Okay, would you rather freeze time or travel in time?
I've always wanted to travel in time. Like, I love those time travel movies. I always want to see what it was like to go in the future. Like, what's the cool new things we're making in the future? And now that I kind of see the way it's been going lately. I don't know if I want to go that way. But back in time would be kind of neat, too, to see things back in time. But now I think about it, probably freeze time, because if you freeze time, you won't be late for anything, because I'm always late, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think freeze time too, I think moments, like I wouldn't want to freeze time forever, but there's times where
Oh,
I just
crap, I
wish-
just slept in, freeze time, click. I'm going to go back to bed for a minute or hour, and then, and then I'll get to work when I get there.
No, I meant like if time could slow down, like I say that a lot, time slow down, because like Ezekiel, he's turning 15 in January. Your boys are getting ready to turn 8 and 10 this year. And
Wait, already?
yes,
My goodness, they were a baby yesterday.
I know. And it's like time slow down. So there's those moments where I just wish we could like freeze it. Like,
Well, you can. It's called photography.
well, I like to like freeze it and just be present there and just slow things down. And so without belaboring this, friends, just remember during this holiday season to slow things down, because time is a currency that we can spend well on the people that we love.
And that means you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
And we look forward to being back with you next week for another fantastic episode 16.
Coming to you next week. And until then, love yourself, love each other, and spend time with the ones you love.
Remember this week that life is too short to wake up in the morning with regret.
So love the people who treat you right, forget about the ones who don't, and believe that everything happens for a reason.
If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said that it would be easy.
They just promised it would be worth it. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kris.
And I'm Christine, and until next week,
Keep moving forward.